Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. New WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Bianca Belair and Jade Carter celebrate their second title reign by regaining the championships at Bash in Berlin. The top total sexy, powerful women in the WWE now hold the gold once again in women's gold. We'll talk about it coming up on what the next challenges await. Also, too, Dominic Mysterio in the Dragon Lee square off in an Intercontinental Triple Threat number one contenders match. He's going to have a lot of these Intercontinental number one contenders matches as well. Which one of these men will advance, we'll see. Plus, we told you about Jade and Bianca winning the tag team championships. Now we're getting a chance to see who's going to fight them for the championships in the number one contender match between Damage Control and the Holy Union. Plus, too, Shayna Baszler takes on Selena Vega one-on-one. We'll see that match as well. And a huge six-man tag team match, mixed person tag team match, as Alpha Academy and Maxine Dupree takes on American May and Aaron Nile with Chad Gable in the corner. Plus, too, Raw has a new play-by-play announcer, and the answer was pretty good. Kind of reminds you of Michael Cole. Joe Tessitore with Wade Barrett on the call. We get it started. The Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation. Use the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. But don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is care. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Let's not waste no time. Let's get things started and crack-a-lacking right now here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We get things started with this man, Joe Tessitore. You may not know who Joe Tessitore is. He is the play-by-play college football announcer for ESPN. Joe Tessitore, along with Wade Bear on the call. Joe Tessitore with Jesse Palmer on ABC, college football ESPN, after college game day and stuff. We're trying to get things done. Joe Tessitore was on the call. He really did a good job tonight. I mean, he knew the moves, he knew the execution of the moves, he knew the storylines and stuff like that. Most wrestling announcers wouldn't even know what was going on and stuff. But we get things started with this Rhea Ripley getting caught in a tree of woe in the middle of the ring, and Rhea Ripley got tangled by Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, setting her up, baiting her up for a trap. They set the bait up for her, but Rhea Ripley, making sure she gets what she gets. Dominic Mysterio paying for right here. His eye is red. You tell the swelling of the eye and what's going on and stuff. And you can tell Liv Morgan giving Rhea Ripley a kiss. A kiss, all right, indeed. But Rhea Ripley, see like that. Rhea Ripley get entangled, but we'll tell you a little bit later on what went down earlier down the road and stuff. Also, too, you can tell right here, Uncle Howley had a storm message for Chad Gable. Chad Gable leading his team in the first match tonight. American May went against American Alpha. They might well call it Chad Gable's former team against Chad Gable's ex-team, in which he did. Ivory Nye get the win with that little reverse choke with her strong muscles in place. But that was the first match of the night, that huge mixed six-person tag team matchup. And what it was, a huge six-person tag team matchup, indeed, with Iron Now using her muscles in places and stuff. But Chad Gable put out the challenge and issued the challenge that he wants to go against the Wide Six. Chad Gable issued that he wants to take on Wide Six. Him and his group mates want to take on Wide Six in a 8-person mixed tag. So we'll see that next week between Wide Six and American Made next week. That should be interesting to see. Speaking of that, the Pure Fusion Collective I call them better known as the lesbians, were in the middle of the ring, issued a challenge to anyone to step up and fight them. They had Selena Vega. Selena Vega did try to pull up a fight, but wasn't enough for them after all. Live Valkyria and Selena Vega were both knocked out down in the middle of the ring. I guess the girls got outnumbered, Lyra and Selena, but they're gonna be in Calgary, Alberta, Canada next week. And Live Valkyria pointed out that she knows somewhere that could give her the favor, and we could see that being the favor next week for the Pure Fusion group. I'm thinking Natalia. I was thinking something big like Becky Lynch coming back for a bigger show, but they want to save that for another rainy day. So hey, we'll see how that's gonna go and stuff. Speaking of that, right here, the pure CM Punk. CM Punk was in town for Raw. CM Punk is here. Punk had issued a warning and stuff. CM Punk saying that he did win the scrap match. He won the scrap match indeed. And CM Punk kind of made it known and made it clear on what he needed to do and how he was going to move and rotate himself. CM Punk had an argument with Drew. CM Punk and Drew had their argument, but it led towards more chaos and controversy. CM Punk getting Claymore kicked by Drew. Drew McIntyre did something even more despicable by breaking CM Punk's bracelet that him, and you can tell right here, this is the bracelet right here that Drew McIntyre did right here. That Drew kind of set up and broke the bracelet. He broke the bracelet and snapped and set up, and Drew McIntyre setting up on what's going down and stuff and what's next. And Drew McIntyre setting up. We could see this being bad blood down the road. Drew McIntyre wants that to be that way. Goldie and CM Punk's eye. These men literally hate each other. And you can tell that this is far from over between these two men. And you can tell that Drew McIntyre wants to get his hands on CM Punk one way or another. We'll see that how it may be. Well, we get to another match indeed that a lot of people are talking about as well. More people are talking about this, the triple threat match between Dominic Mysterio, Drew, Ilya Dragunov, and Dragon Lee. These men were vying for a spot in the Fatal Four Way finale. Who's gonna get that opportunity? Will Dirty Dom Mysterio get the opportunity on Lifetime to do what he need to do? We'll see how that's gonna go down and how that's gonna shape the foundations going forward and stuff on how that's gonna be. Well, Dirty Dom Mysterio got chased away by Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, which led to a one-on-one match between Dragon and Dragon Lee and then Dragunov. But Dragon Lee and Dragunov beating each other down. Dragunov picked Dragon Lee to get the win. Dragunov did so. And we'll see in the other match coming up as well. Dragunov earns himself a spot in the Fatal Four Way finale next week for the season premiere on Raw for the main event. So we'll see on that. But speaking of that, Braun Strowman wants to be in after we found out earlier today by Raw General Manager Adam Pearce that Big Bronson Reed had COVID. And Big Bronson Reed couldn't be able to make it because of his diagnosis with COVID. Well, General Manager Pierce said that, hey, we'll put you in. We'll put you in the match. We'll give you the opportunity in triple threat. And that's why all big Braun Strowman needed. Braun Strowman will be in the triple threat match a little bit later on tonight. Well, we know this that Rhea Ripley had to get her injury and work on injury. The Taylor twins and stuff, Rhea Ripley and Damien got something going on. They want to get their hands on the Judgment Day one way or another. But Damien tells Rhea to kind of hold back a little bit, not try to do as much. So we'll see how that's gonna go. But speaking of that, world champion Gunther coming off the heels of winning, beating Randy Orton. Now he turns his sights set to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn wants a shot at the world championship. We also want to make mention that CM Punk, I guess when he gets done with his feud with Drew McIntyre, he wants a shot at the world title too. So we could be seeing that coming down. Well, Gunther, making it seem like Gunther wants that shot of the world championship. Gunther putting it out like that. That if you want a shot, you gonna have to earn it. Sammy saying, "I already beat you at WrestleMania 40, and I can do it again this time." But this time, a stepping stone to become. He said that, hey, you became a stepping stone by winning the Intercontinental Championship. Then you did that with the stepping stone, becoming the Intercontinental champion. Now you're the world champion. So you got to use it as a stepping stone as well. So hey, we'll see how that's going to be. But I'm looking forward to seeing Sami Zayn and Gunther redo it again. This time for the world championship rather than that classic battle at WrestleMania a couple months earlier for the Intercontinental Championship. Also, too, we seeing a face to face. This could be the Intercontinental Championship match. Well, Braun Breaker sent a stern message to main event Jey Uso, like, "Hey, don't play around. Do what you need to do to get the win." And I think that's what's going to go down. That's what's going to happen. I think people are kind of on what went down and stuff. But we could see this being a future Intercontinental Championship match down the road. But hey, we'll see a little bit. But Braun, this could be the match down the road. We could see. Well, speaking of that, Braun Strowman went against Sheamus and Sheamus and somebody else and Ludwig Kaiser. Braun Strowman getting the job done, and Braun Strowman earned himself a spot in the Intercontinental Championship, making this complete now. So it will be main event Jey Uso, Pete Dunne, Ilya Dragunov, and Braun Strowman. That big son of a you know what. They're going to be in the main event next week. Which one of these four men will get a shot in the season premiere overall to get their shot for the championship? We'll see and how that's going to be going forward. So look for that as well. All right, we get to the tag team match. The tag team match was that. And also before we get to hand, Pete Dunne is making enemies left and right. He's fucking with Sheamus. He's doing the same with Trick Williams. Here, Trick Williams try to get his revenge tomorrow. So look for that. Trick Williams, Pete Dunne tomorrow. Dunne mess with everybody. Sheamus on Raw, and then Trick Williams on NXT. Well, it was a tag team match. Main event Jey Uso picks up the win over the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and JD McDonough, the World Tag Team Champions, after unlikely duo Jey Uso and Damian Priest get the win tag team match. This probably set up a tag team match between them down the road for the tag team titles that they pin the World Tag Team Champions. So we could see that being in play. But main event Jey Uso focusing on that fatal four-way match next week to get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship next week. So that was Raw for the night. So hey, Raw was okay. Raw was good. All right, we're gonna move on to wrestling hot topics. On wrestling hot topics tonight, we talk about this right here. Wrestling hot topics right here. The coach, John the Coachman, putting out like, damn, Randy is right, and he made it sound like Vince McMahon probably worked them all to death, and they didn't have the say. The coach said, Randy's right. In my 10 years, I missed one Monday Night Raw, which was for my honeymoon. I was punished for not going to Afghanistan because my daughter was due and my wife didn't want me to go. I also believe it's the reason a lot of wrestlers are not here today because of the pressure to wrestle through injuries and do anything in their power to keep their positions. So that I'm glad that part of WWE is over. That was John and Coachman said that night. I think Coach made a good sense. Like Vince McMahon didn't really take care of his wrestlers like he should. He hadn't paid them a lot of good money, good decent money. It's just at the end they didn't get the money that they didn't get like time off like WWE's doing now. Like, hey, you ain't need for all that. So hey. Also too, we heard this that WWE had mandatory meeting about no cussing on TV. So that they're issuing that no cussing on TV rule in effect. I don't know what they're doing it for. I guess to cut back and cut down. So hey, see how that's going to go. Well, we see that NXT had their No Mercy last night. Julia made her debut, and Julia made her debut. Was waiting for Stephanie McCure, who came from AEW from that program with Mercedes Monet and Delta. It should be coming their way soon, arriving soon, like Julia is. But also, too, we're hearing reports that Mandy Rose may looking to make a return to the. She needs to come on back. I like watching Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose was that. Mandy Rose played a pivotal part in it and stuff. Like, also, too, we seeing this Jade Cargill, the DLC downloadable content of her global superstars, Jade Cargill, making her W2K debut as well. So there's a lot going on as well. Even to the point that Britt Bronson Reed right here, no man can't stop me. So Mother Nature had to go and do them a favor. I'll recover in the back. So Big Bronson Reed flying back to general manager Alan Pierce and what went down and stuff. Well, so we know that next Monday on Raw, they will. I don't even know what this town is, but we know like Oklahoma City or something. I don't know. Might be. But main event Jey Uso, Pete Dunne, Dragon, Braun Strowman, them four men vying for a shot of being the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. You can see that next week. And speaking of that, a lot of people are saying is Odyssey Jones got released or he rolled out. We don't see him on the WWE alum page. So a lot of people are speculating what's going on with Odyssey Jones and what's going down. All right, we're gonna end that right here, the Pro Wrestling Show, with the Fatal Four Way contenders match. That's gonna be the main event for the season premiere of Raw next week. So for me being Kendrick Dix saying so long, thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show.